Hello everyone, this is the second lecture of chemical bonding, and in this lecture we will discuss covalent bond and formation of covalent bond. As you know, the covalent bond is the bond which is formed by sharing of electrons. So we will learn how the covalent bond is formed and how do we express the formation of covalent bond. So formation of covalent bond is expressed with the help of electron dot structure. Now the question is, what is the electron dot structure? Electron dot structure is the representation of atom along with its valence electrons. And what are the valence electrons? The electrons present in outermost shell of an atom is known as valence electrons. So how do we represent electron dot structure? For example, we have nitrogen. What is the electronic configuration of nitrogen? 2, 5. So there are, you can see 5 electrons are present in outermost shell of nitrogen. So around the symbol of nitrogen, 5 electrons of nitrogen can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in different ways. So this is nitrogen. Similarly, other like chlorine. So electronic configuration of chlorine is 2, 8, 7. How many electrons are there in the outermost shell of chlorine? 7 electrons. So symbol of chlorine, and around the symbol of chlorine you will show 7 dots. So this is the electron dot structure. Now with the help of electron dot structure we will show the formation of chemical bond, that is covalent bond. So let's see how the covalent bond are formed with the help of, are shown with the help of electron dot structure. So let's see with the help of an example. So the first example that we will see is example of hydrogen. So as you know, electronic configuration of hydrogen. So what is the electronic configuration of hydrogen? That is just 1, because hydrogen atom contains only 1 electron. So as you know that hydrogen atom contains only 1 electron, and we have to show its electron dot structure. So it is shown by 1 dot, and because in hydrogen molecule there are 2 electrons in the shell. So you can see electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1. It contains only 1 shell. So in the first shell there should be 2 electrons to complete the duplet, or to have the electronic configuration similar to the noble gases. So these 2 hydrogen atoms will share 1 electron each, and it will form H2 molecule. So in this way these 2 electrons will be shared between these 2 hydrogen atoms. So you can see 2 electrons of each hydrogen atom are completed. Now similarly we can see some more example. For example, we have nitrogen. So N2 molecule. So let's see, N2 molecule is, what is the electronic configuration of nitrogen? That is 2 and 5. So here we have nitrogen atom. You can see there are 5 electrons in outermost shell. So there are 2 atoms of nitrogen. So each nitrogen atom will require 3 electrons. So each nitrogen atom has to share its 3 electrons with other nitrogen atoms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it has 4 electrons in outermost shell, plus other nitrogen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they will share 3 electrons each. So these 6 electrons will be shared between these 2 nitrogen atoms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, and other nitrogen atom, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can see both the nitrogen atoms will have 8 electrons each now. So this is how N2 molecule is formed. But here still they are in elementary form, but some elements combine to form the molecules of some compounds. So let's see the example of some compounds. For example, we have H2O molecule. So what is the electronic configuration of hydrogen? That is 1 only. What is the electronic configuration of oxygen? That is equal to 2, 6. So electronic configuration of hydrogen is 1, electronic configuration of oxygen is 2, 6. So since oxygen requires 2 electrons more, but hydrogen requires only 1 electron. So what will we do, two atoms of hydrogen will combine with oxygen, so that each hydrogen atom can share one electron with the oxygen. So this is how we can form it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 electron of oxygen. Then we have hydrogen here. Okay, another hydrogen here. So as you know, so to distinguish the electrons of hydrogen and oxygen, I am showing the electrons of hydrogen with green color. So you can see one electron of oxygen will be shared with hydrogen, other electron of oxygen will be shared with other hydrogen atom. So after this it will form the molecule of water. So how the molecule of water is formed? 2 2, and here we have 1 electron each, and for hydrogen the electrons of hydrogen are shown with green color. So this is the electron of hydrogen and this is the electron of other hydrogen atom. So hydrogen will complete its duplet as well as oxygen will complete its octet. So this is how we form the molecule of water. Let's see one more example, and that is the example of carbon tetrachloride. So how can we form the molecule of carbon tetrachloride? First of all, we have to see the formula of carbon tetrachloride molecule, that is CCl4. So as you can see, there is the atoms of carbon as well as atoms of chlorine. So what is the electronic configuration of carbon? That is 2 4. What is the electronic configuration of chlorine? That is equal to 2 8 7. So as you can see, carbon electron has 4 electrons in its outermost shell. Similarly, chlorine atom has 7 electrons in its outermost shell. So to complete 8 electrons, carbon atom requires 4 more electrons, while chlorine atom requires 1 electron only. So what will happen? Carbon atom will share its 4 electron with 4 different chlorine atoms, because chlorine requires only 1 electron. So it will share only 1 electron with carbon atom. So carbon atom will share its 4 electron with 4 different chlorine atoms. So how the structure will be formed? So it is not very difficult to form. So let's see. We have carbon atom. So how many electrons? Or we can make it separately. Carbon atom has 4 electrons. So to distinguish the electrons of carbon and chlorine, I am showing the electrons of carbon with different color, so that you can distinguish the color, you can distinguish the electrons of carbon and chlorine. So this is carbon atom. Then we have chlorine atom here. So chlorine atom has 7 electrons, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Chlorine atom here have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and one more chlorine atom here has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 electrons. So as you can see, each chlorine atom is going to share its 1 electron with the carbon atom. So this is how the electrons will be shared, and the result will be the molecule of carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride is also known as tetrachloromethane. So how is it formed? Carbon with green color, 1 2 3 and 4 electrons, and in the similar way chlorine 7 electrons. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Other chlorine atom 7 electrons, 3 4 5 6 7. 2 3 4 5 6 7, and one more chlorine atom, 1 3 4 5 6 7. So you can see carbon atom has its octet as well as chlorine atom has its octet. This chlorine atom has its octet, this chlorine atom has its octet, and this chlorine atom has its octet. So this is how the molecule of tetrachloromethane is formed. So that is how the electron dot structures are very useful to show the formation of covalent bonds. So now the next topic that we are going to discuss, that is covalency. So let's see what is covalency. So we will discuss here covalency. So as you have heard about electrovalency, that is the number of electrons gained or lost by an atom of any element to form the electrovalent bond. Similarly, covalency, what is the covalency? Covalency is the number of electrons shared by an atom to form a covalent bond. Okay, so whenever an atom forms a covalent bond, how many electrons does it form in that compound with one element or with the atoms of different elements. So for example, let's see here in case of H2O, so oxygen shares electron with hydrogen, one electron with this hydrogen as well as one electron with this hydrogen. So how many electrons of outermost shell is oxygen sharing? That is 2. So it means what? The covalency of oxygen is 2. So one more example, as you have seen the example of carbon tetrachlorides. So in that example you have seen how many electrons was carbon sharing? 4. So it means covalency of carbon is 4. Similarly, chlorine was sharing 1 electron. So covalency of chlorine was 1. Okay, so this is how we can do the covalency. Now can you tell me what is the covalency of fluorine in F2 molecule and what is the covalency of phosphorus and chlorine each in PCl3 molecule? Please, if you know the answer, if you can find it, you can write the answer in comments. The next topic that we are going to discuss, and that is very important topic, and that topic is how will we decide, that is the condition for electrovalent or covalent bond. So first we will see what is the condition for electrovalent bond. So as you know, electrovalent bond is formed by transfer of electrons, that is one atom will gain the electron, other atom will lose the electron. So let's see with the help of an example. Here we have sodium atom, it loses one electron and forms sodium ion. Similarly, there is chlorine atom, so it gains one electron and forms chloride ion. Then because this is a positive ion, it forms a negative ion. So one positive ion combines with a negative ion and they will form a compound, that is an electrovalent compound. So as you can see, what is the required condition for the formation of electrovalent bond? One atom should lose the electron, other atom should gain the electron. And it means what? One atom should have the tendency to lose the electron. And what is the tendency to lose the electron is called? That is called metallic character. It means one element should be a metal, while other atom gains the electrons, and the tendency to gain the electron is called non-metallic character. It means other element should be a non-metal. So the electrovalent bond is only possible when one atom loses the electron, other atom gains the electron. So if one atom loses the electron and other atom gains the electrons, only then they will form positive and negative ions, and only then the formation of an electrovalent compound is possible. So this is the required condition for the formation of electrovalent bond. One atom should be metal and then other atom should be non-metal. Only then electrovalent bond is formed. Then the next is condition for covalent bond. Under what circumstances the covalent bond is formed? So as you know, the covalent bond is formed by sharing of electrons. So it means that neither of atom is ready, or neither of atom wants to lose an electron. There are two atoms, both the atoms want to gain the electrons, but neither of these two atoms want to lose an electrons. So because neither of atom can lose the electron, it means it is not possible that any of these atoms is a metal. It means what? Both the atoms should be non-metals. So remember, covalent bond is always formed between non-metals. Both the atoms should be non-metals. So remember, when one atom is metal, other atom is non-metal, then electrovalent bond is formed. When both the atoms are non-metals, then covalent bond is formed. So with a few exceptions, in higher classes you will see that some metals also form the covalent bond, but that is the not case so far. So this is how covalent bond is formed and electrovalent bond is formed. So this is all in this lecture. If you are having any doubt, you can see the video once again or ask me in the comments. Thank you very much.